A forgotten history being brought to the forefront. Two women are taking years worth of research to give us a better look at the African Americans buried in High Point's Oakwood Cemetery. As I learned, their new book reveals the interesting lives many of them lived.
This is the Brooks family plot.
Page after page reveals interesting stories of the African Americans buried in High Point's Oakwood Cemetery.
These were individuals, they were humans. They had a life just like I have a life. And we wanted people to recognize that and see that they were important.
Their legacies and contributions went ignored for decades.
A lot of people thought that the only black cemetery was on Leonard Street, but it wasn't.
Someone told me in a meeting that there was no such thing as a colored section of Oakwood Cemetery. And I said, I beg your pardon, there is.
Linda Willard and Phyllis Bridges have proven there's far more to the story.
I had already started researching some of the early blacks in High Point. So when I got to this section, it was like the who's who of early black High Point.
They've worked diligently over the last 10 years to give this area proper recognition, including going to the city of High Point for an historical marker.
It's roughly a total of like 425 people in that small section of the cemetery.
And Phyllis and I began to talk, and we said, we've got to take this further. We've got to research, we've got to find out what is going on with these people, who they were.
That meant visiting this section of the cemetery and cleaning the graves.
When I would get 2 or 3 cleaned, I'd go back and photograph them, bring them home, put them on the computer, then send them on to Phyllis.
Obituaries in the newspaper, birth certificates, death certificates.
All of that research is compiled in their new book. They are the co-authors of the Book of Ancestry, Forgotten Ones of Oakwood Cemetery.
There's roughly 90 markers. This particular book has a lot of images in it. It has pictures of all the markers. There was this one marker in particular, a charcoal gray marker that has Annie Pitts on it. And it was just something about that marker that just stood out. And I just felt like it was something special about it.
The book highlights the stories of approximately 80 people they've been able to confirm are buried there.
Annie Pitts is a really fascinating one. As I said, she was hired to be the nanny or mammy. I've seen both terms used for J.O. Woodcock's daughter, Clara Cox. And she stayed in the employ with Mr. Cox for 38 years until her death. She was really more than a servant. He treated her as a family member. Another one is Jesse Edmondson. He is a fascinating man. He owned what is said to be the only black opera house in the entire state of North Carolina. But believe me, they were not singing Madame Butterfly in his opera house. It was burlesque. And Jesse owned I guess you'd say now, a chain of barbershops.
Minnie Edmondson is another fascinating story that I came across. And I managed to connect with some of her family that's way up in New Jersey.
Wow.
Minnie died around 1931, 1932. And at that time, she was considered the wealthiest black woman in High Point.
For them, it's been rewarding to see how this information has helped answer questions.
Linda and I made contact with several families over the years, and being able to give them a piece of their history that they didn't know exist, that's it for me.
The goal now is to share their findings and to provide as much public education as possible.
These people deserve to be recognized. They shouldn't be forgotten anymore.
Wow, it's so fascinating. Let me just tell you, that was just a small piece of the information. There's so much more to learn about. And you can ask Linda and Phyllis your questions directly. The High Point Public Library is hosting a conversation with the authors this Thursday at 6 p.m. in the library's Business Center. But every time they kept talking and saying something, I was like, oh my goodness, I wish I knew that. Oh, I want to see, what does he look like? What does she look like?
Fascinating.
Yes, opera house,
I
burlesque.
know, right? It's just fascinating too, like when you walk through cemeteries and you wonder what that person's life was like, and to know this rich history in one corner of Oakwood Cemetery.
You're right. It just it seemed to just disappear at one point, but they're saying they want to preserve that, and they have a lot more to know because there's so many graves that are unmarked. So that's a good point. I'm glad you transitioned that, Chad. So if you're watching and you happen to have some stories that may help them, they said they're open to doing a volume 2 if they can
Wow.
get some more information about the people they haven't been able to kind
Right.
of piece together yet.
To think about 400.
Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
that's amazing. Great story. Natalie, thank you.